up. Big up. We there, we there. Alemony Coffee, join me, join me. Hot session. Rastafari! A Rasta vibration! More fire, more fire! No accountability, no discipline. I don't think so you want to live long life. You don't want to live long. Big up to that. They can say no more that God now gets life, but it's not a lie. God puts you life, now you care. Now you responsibility for live long. You know, this big full talk woman can talk. Now God marking for me say, if I go by under today, or I go under tomorrow, now so it go be. Not to say it go be. Not to say it go be. Not to what in God mark. Now what do you mark for yourself? You know, so don't continue for play the music small. I want to wake up.
And every day I've been moving out. I see people fighting for material things that they brought tonight. All the things they've been killing for are vanity.
Vanity.
We are living in a world.
But don't become a necessity.
No discipline.
Yeah.
We are living in a world. I see no discipline.
Big up to that this morning, you know, just, you know, a wise up call, a wise up anthem, something the wise man up, the music, because if the politicians are not able to do it, if parliament's not able to do it, if we stakeholders are not able to do it, maybe sometimes music are able to do it. You know, music, they play a great role in we social lives them. Or lives them. I make you believe that, you know. La whip the face first this morning because I hot. I hot. Alemony Coffee. How they can start this? First, I want to say big up to Allah. I want to say big up to Allah. I want to give myself credits this morning, but Allah check me. He checked me. You know, yesterday back I gave myself small credit. But, you know, now I lay on my pillar, like Allah check me, you know. Because all through what the narrates in the media, I don't get any, like, you know, main source inside the cabal for say somebody, they call me, tell me something, then I talk them, you know. You know, I can predict some of them things there. You know, I can observe, you know, a very good part observation. You know, observe certain things there and put things there together, where they make sense to people there. You know, I give telling that kind of way. So yesterday, you know, so Vala talk one, I smiled back. You know, I say also what's here talk now the reality. But not to what's here talk. Now what's in Allah incites me for talk. Yeah? What's a man for you? Sometimes we can forget who that incites we. You know? So another one backward one give me self credits for. You know, so I don't really knock me the aspirants them. The one day we can influence with local salon they within a saloon for do bad. For going on streets, go protest. So all this week here, I don't anger. I don't anger for see how the media will react based on this, August the 8th come out. They talk on the 8th of August. Therefore come out. For liberate some people them. As they say, for fights for justice. As they say. Well, I been observe because it don't tell what the tackle issues there ever since I start. I want to see if people also go help me fight this battle. I want to see if Sierra Leoneans they get sense. So I don't observe things in the media. Steady Bongo don't come out. It don't give warnings to them. It don't talk positively. Zizi the mamas, something like that. Another APC follower. In back don't give advice. So, the APC people them. Or to Sierra Leoneans them. And more people and they advise people. And now we get bloggers also where they tackle this issue. They tackle the issue, say, we don't need problem na salon. Not going to listen to them big fool one day where they incite you for nothing. I like how they go about things. I like how they put things. And it makes sense to me. Them big fool more man I don't say whether they big fool we, but big fool. Because now, the big fool one and the big fool we, but big fool. And who back just to follow the fool. Two pass mark inside salon, we don't want that. So, it look like say all me chance to have the chance na the media, not so for nothing. Alhamdulillah for that. So I want to take credit to Allah check me back. Say not to you, not to you. Say not to you. That maybe they incite you. That maybe they direct you. So big up to Allah this morning. Big up to Allah. It outside. You think say, it far from you, but they near you. Big up to Allah. If they expect say you need for see Allah, well, you dey per dream, huh? You dey per dream. The man they live in the spirit. Where you want to see and try die quick. Because you don't tire with life experiences. Try die quick, let you go heaven, let you go see Allah. Or let you go for judgment. Now they talk say I don't see sign it today. Continue to wait for sign. Not try for follow something. Not try for understand the world. Not try for no say we just not cancel, just because out of the ordinary. We just can't come into existence. That's how about could be full scientists taking the talk. We just come into existence. We come out of apes them, out of baboons them. A transformation. Why make them make this claim here? Now because they see also animals them transform, with time. The parents then, the transformation of the animals there, then transform. So then feel like the man also transform. So, but now we continue, we're not come for talk of that. Big up to the one here, where they try to stop this negative incitement for, August the 8th. I'm not going to put too much talk again. I'm going to allow the bloggers now for help me do the work, or do Allah in work. I think so we don't begin to wise up now salon. Because one thing, if people don't begin to accept the truth and realize the truth, that truth they come about with change. But when they're in denial, there's always conflict. Because nobody really accept the truth. So the diasporans them, they don't say them back to get a hand for influence the local Salomon for do bad. And I'm glad them back now, they talk. I'm glad them back, they talk, say, now we need to do it again. The one day where they do them, if you want to go fetch for salon, why make you not pack your bag, or you picking them, you grand picking them, when I can't salon, for can't fetch for salon. Stop for incite people. Now people and they talk what I just talk so. Only Allah can do that. So when I continue for wise up, the salon mass system, you don't tire how they live under this spell here, from them politicians there. But all what thing we African politicians they do, now what they imitate from the first world. The way the first world they govern and rule and people in the ruthless way. So them back there for follow the same systematic way, which is wrong. But as long as we the civilians don't begin to accept the truth, don't begin to lack with self, that will create a change. Because now, if any politician come and not lack with the people them, and not value with lives them, we're not going to vote for them. we not go consider them. Anybody wey talk say go na streets, go make alaki, tell them go shoot you or kill you. We not dey vote for them kind of money. Because you not value your life. You not value Solomon life. Yeah? Big up to that this morning. Today we say global talk. We just can't talk of small things there. Small things there. Still for create incitement. And one thing people also lack in the diaspora. But cool people in America, but they really don't know what's going to take place in America. I will tell you this for free. Sometimes the work don't occupy the mindsets of we people. From one workplace to another workplace, by the time they can house, you don't get time self for watch what's going on at the news. That's somebody tell you. And this not the truth. This not the truth. And if you watch self anything at TV, maybe not something for entertain you small, for forget about, the hardship. Maybe the work we don't come out work. You don't tire your body, You just need something to make you smile or, just relax. So people are not really, they listen to the news so too much. Or watch the news. Inside Babel. I make you understand this. Inside Babel. And when I say Babel, when I back no go understand, this is just it's me again. Babel na like when they try for make somebody a mumu. Now some of the definition is this for Babel. Now a tool for make the civilians or the population, the masses then turn mumu. Babel not a place for express yourself too much. But if you be mumu, let the system overflow, control you. Now that's not Babel. So now we start with Donald Trump in talk one. But before I hit that, another warning. We go for church this quick. And then at the man, it's just not in at the paper them. Well, China don't start the assault. That's how I go put on. The Chinese man, they look like say, when they say that they do something, they do it. They don't start the assault, around Taiwan area. This now, not so again for tell the American man and say, we want war. They tell the American man and say, we ready for war. We don't ready for war. That's then they tell the American money. But the American money, you see, all man is America are the world's strongest power, in the world. The strongest military, or, whatsoever you want to put on. The only thing that will make the American money strong, maybe for just collapse or end the war. The day where they feel like say they don't become defeated. And that's make America strong. Now, if you don't understand what I mean by that, the day where they don't enter America proper one, then America can release all the nuclear weapons them for destroy the world. Whatever now they happen to America, or whatever now they cancel America, well, all things collapse. So now they fear this, what all man get. Because they don't say human then gets the nuclear weapons there for make this happen. They don't create movies them. Well, part of movies are just a prediction. Well, all the nuclear states them we get nuclear weapons there. They all launch the nuclear weapons there at the same time. For destroy the world. But as time progresses, where they be able to decode all things, say all the nuclear weapons and then diffuse. But all this na a narration of something we go for counter reality. But I'm not going to doubt the movies there. I'm not going to doubt them. But now let we continue. China don't the assault. No through live ammunition inside Taiwan, but live firing shooting they take place, exercise shootings them. Now the territory, close to the borderline, fly, jets and they fly around. And the American money still they talk say, then they with Taiwan, tiggy what? I want to make loan and mark them words there. Same to what happened inside Ukraine. If China continue at the same experience, Taiwan, go experience with what in the Ukrainians they experience. Now both. China go destroy, Taiwan. The American money go give the Taiwan and maybe ammunition for defend itself. But as time progress, then go for left the Taiwans then force for fights for their own, liberty. Now that's not the code of every state. One just need to take place with country to country. Other country just go interfere. One to. No. the civilians there for sure say them back ready for defending the country before external sources can come for help. Well, until then, China go don't create some damage. You know? So big up to, I don't not say big up to what's in the going yonder. But with history, Taiwan belongs to China. You know? Now politics make them divide. As history entails and what history can tell we. It's just intending the formation of China, they come about. The true formation of China, they come about. The geographical landscape, where people they don't start to do measurements there and try to claim certain portions there. What knows them belong on a territory. For the young security, started around 1990. You know? So that's the American man we want. The formations there. You know? And the other funny thing, let's not forget this because it didn't have the aid. It's not global talk. China and India, you know, it's like say, another conflict we go for rise. Another conflict Sunday we go for rise. China and India. Also the first thing they can get, you know, fencing at the borderline area, you know, officers them, they scrap, see people then die. I mean officers then die. You know, but they don't threaten yourself, they don't say. You know, they get grudge. Whatsoever grudge, Tasman don't understand too much. But now people that will almost share the same culture. You know? The same culture. Now almost the same people, just different a little bit. You know? Then people they are the Chinese and the Indians. Them. So what is conflicts go for arise with Taiwan? And I'll not forget to say another conflict go for arise with the Chinese and the Indians. Them. Mark me words. You know? And that's and I go block. I don't say what the you know, whether they put wood there for this fire continue for ignite. And that conflict say must come back to place. It must come back to place. Now based on superiority, you know, or superiority, you know, would have more greater, would have more stronger in the area. You know, the Indians they feel like say, you know, and then they control the area. But the Chinese man they feel like say, you know, and they govern. So now we continue with this other swag man, Donald Trump. This other swag man, Donald Trump. A few weeks ago, last week, I talked of the division, or the division where they take place in South America. You know, we'll get some big fool, Salomon and Bakweka make comments on my page. They say Donald Trump, one of the best presidents there inside Babel. Where that person, the party, just not the watch news, and not to know what's to go. Maybe from where you go America, it's just high. We just high 24 hours. You just don't know not what's to go on. Good talk, say Donald Trump, now the best president in South America. You mad, you mad. You know, the worst thing that ever take place in South America, now the attack will take place also at the capital. The capital. You know, by Donald Trump and followers them. When I go look at this here, say na a slight thing, na a common thing. But I'll tell you something now, maybe we need to think. But that protest, what you know, I want to say them white supremacist groups there, you know, the extremist groups there, the separatist groups there, then KKK groups there. That's slow down small. Now the worst thing that they ever do in South America. If not be black man be attempt a do them things there, what's happens so inside the capital. Now war against the black people there, not the state. Now war. Boku black man for don't die. Boku black man for don't lose their freedom. Boku casualties there for don't take place to the blacks. But during this protest at the capital, only people that where they see, now white people them. White people them. White people them. They start some by Kalo. They begin to remove the barricades them. They begin to challenge the officers them. They begin to beat the officers them. They march up, they go inside the capital. You know, a session will take place inside the capital. They be need for move, you know, the people that will be own offices there inside this capital. For go hide them. May they not mash them up. And then civilians there, or then KKK Motaman there, or then white supremacist groups there, then go and look for people there for arm. Then spoil the capital. And that's Sendu. And most of the citizens there, they come out outside. Inside Texas, starting with Virginia, and also Alabama. You know, seeing the white supremacist groups there, they're heavy. Are they heavy? Well, when they talk of Alabama, yes, I talk of Alabama. Are they Davido attend school? Well, Davido, me, I taste the bitter side of Alabama. Etowah County with the ETWOWA, something like that, you know. Etowah County. I go do small jail time there. Real country place, you know, rednecks there. Racist ground. Yeah. So me, I really don't experience the wrath of America. The black struggles. I want to see the African struggles. The black man will migrate and maybe thinks the opportunity they for, but small conflict or misdemeanors them make a experience the worst things they ever like Sinaposi kill. Now that's not Tasmo. What I experience is America like Sinaposi kill. The way where they be the extradite Tasmo. The way they be the migrate Tasmo from one facility to another facility. From one jail to another jail. You know? They waste government's money. They waste taxpayers' the money over misdemeanors. Well, that's make the place divided up to now inside Babel. I don't talk of the shaking them, you know, the conflicts them, the shooting them, the rampage them. But don't continue, don't put this down proper. 2021, you know, following the defeat in 2020. This Swegbe Motama, the moment when they defeat her in 2020, they begin to galvanize, you know, in Rary Boy them. You know, and I opportunist. You see opportunity say, but two of them groups there, they be one vent. They boy explode. You know, they may need a politician for follow. So Donald Trump take the opportunity for cultivates them. You know, because and not be to say, whoa, Obama just be in a power and it just be the exit. But who KKK members they not be like this ideology. You know, now black man I don't can rule with so. Even though he not gets the absolute power. Because America, presidents not gets the absolute power. You know? But black man rule them. And that creates a problem. And it creates a sentiment. Though we use this word here. A sentiment problem. We create also or add to emotional distress. So, we get internal issues there. Now, this anger for break America. Where they talk of the greatest nation of the world. Not to other countries anger for conquer America. Then just get for help for deter America. But now the people inside America get for break down America. We need the hope for that. Because we love them. We love America. You know, I get picking when I am American. For that smart yourself, when I see me coughing here, must not say, you know, even though it look like, you know, that Texas business, but now the American, you know, flag on the sea. With a represent this small, without, you know. But now the truth, they find for talk, but he asks for you. Just like bang bang. For swallow right now easy. But it will kill you. That's almost, now that's always tells me they talk. You know, it will kill you. So then school shootings there. They add to the internal problems. The white power movement, you know, white supremacy, they add to the problem. The public shootings there also, they add to the internal problems there. The immigration, you know, conflict system. Well, even Donald Trump, they attest or contest or protest or, you know, all kind, I want to say test, you know, any test now you want to would contest or whatsoever. For the wall, they be one wall, you know. Many immigrants are not able to work and no more just can't inside Babel. All and it creates conflict. Texas, another state this way creates the internal conflict here. Virginia, another state this way they create some conflicts here. You know, the extremist groups them. Another groups and this way they create the internal conflicts there. So the division of America, not to outsiders then go for depreciate America. And the Americans already don't start to depreciate themselves. Because they all don't begin to get different sets of values. They're not believing in the same concept anymore. They're not believing that. And the Second Amendment, always they talk, say, the right to bear arms. The right to bear arms. So that's not going to ever be removed from the Constitution also. But the biggest punks them, or the biggest faggots them, are the one within Texas. Because they don't say they go kill people in our school, policeman and they do, and they will go challenge, the gunner. When they contest or they ask for the rights of a weapon, a gun, but when not going to go fetch, a shooter. When not punks them inside Texas. I know say if I be inside Texas, when I don't shoot me by now. I understand Texas. Well, I not be get good experience also in Texas. El Paso, Texas. Well, I don't go back jail day. That's more than it's a continental, man. I'm not proud of this, but not the American system. They play with me. But they like today, I make we get positive incitement there, forget the public or the mass system. ICE, we don't need for good to chill. And also, what's in your face come off the problem still? Right now, the blacks don't tell mumu. They observe because the blacks man are not full anymore. The black man they don't learn as time they grow. We don't learn. The Black Lives Matter. All this they face kind of division inside America. The Black Lives Matter. So many blacks and they get killed. So when divisions there they take place, black money they interfere. When they interfere, even with the China issue, that they try to put some black representatives there before for talk, for make like say the black people and they with the movements, just because they go need support, just no, for go fetch the war from the black people there. American man, them backbone inside America, now the blacks. You know what my way it's map. If you backbone not strong, you know they able to map. I want to make all my understand this today, yeah? If America able to map them backbone, now the black people them. Now this don't make America strong up to now. We don't accept that. You the dream till today. So if this backbone not they participate, or not they drain too much of what's in the gun, the system they become weak. Because now the black people they don't confuse. Whose side them for good? Whether on the Republican side or on the Democrats side. Whose side for good? Confusion don't take place inside Babel. So I just want to make me Africans again when I wise up. When I go to look around what's they take place in the world. When I go to look what's they take place in the world. And then they go show you how they go. It will really show you how they go. And this time will show you how to package yourself. You go begin to train carefully. You go begin to plan yourself. Even though nothing, not permanent, but at least you go to plan yourself small. Why make you say back the world is corrupt? Another quick thing, yeah? This vaccine will be out. This corona, me since day one, I've been no seeing a funkable business. Some things in the way very serious in the world, they're very conventional. I'm sorry, some words in the way I can use. I can try to make sure say the local man understand. But I want to make sure see also people that know say our book man also they talk. Now Kaya will talk for big fool. So some words in the got for kind inside play, for now make sense. So even the elites them. So then back I go fit their own standard. I know I'm minimal. I know I become minimal too much or minimize myself too much. For maximize to a leverage level. So all man go get what they need forget. So this vaccine business, I go tell when I say if something be conventional, all man be agree to something. If you don't see this vaccine become 100%, global. If you don't go 100% global, and people if you don't put it into use, but people then become aware. See, awareness now something that make they can say knowledge now power. Now this the white man not be once for it happen centuries ago or decades ago. Then talks in and then give you knowledge. Well, they not be want make the time when they colonize the black money, they not be wants the black man for land book, for become knowledgeable. Because when you get knowledge, you be able to understand them and understand what thing they do. You know, they tricks them. So Tenkan then prevents black people in for land book. Even the Chinese them. They prevent Boku people in for land book. But they like today, knowledge na power. People they know say they face kind AIDS trade, they exploit sweeper AIDS. All kind of vaccine and then creates the sickness, then they creates wealth back. They, you know, they capitalize by the vaccines them. You know, Boku people then die. You know, because not all man be able to afford the cure. Well, not to say they knock we back with another one, HIV. They make sure say go rampant. You know, inside Africa, they don't knock with Boku things then. Diarrhea, cholera, name it. All kinds of things. Tuberculosis, TB, all things. So Tenkan the African man just not immune to that thing there. When they say immune, now somebody will don't time as small. You know, the sickness they blow them so easy again. The sickness they blow them so easy again. So Tenkan other countries them back when they at this third world or second world, you know, countries there, then back starts to become immune. Then begin to understand the system. Then scientists then begin to study the patterns of them viruses there. They begin to learn say not to a natural cause. Not to a natural cause. Now a man-made object. Or now a man-made virus. Huh? So what's in make them begin to do? I don't elaborate on this. Now, just like how people they create nuclear weapons say for destroy another country, they create virus them for destroy countries also. Or for face down the population. You know? So most of them seek the human experience, not so just natural sick. Now sick work, you know, a country go down create. Scientists they go down create, so they go put some them people there for reduce the population. You know? So now I make we go for can talk small of Arafat. What thing kill Arafat? What thing kill Arafat? You know? So the vaccine is not conventional. Because now Tenkan, even tells Muslims so aware that alarm. I say, when I know we can capitalize by people in this time. We don't want to say inside alone. But cool people are alarm. You know, they want cargo distribution inside Nigeria, Ghana. But people are not buy to the concept. They may think say man and go afraid for their life. Now this, you see one thing about politicians there. The moment when they're able to create panic, people then they submit. People then they submit. The greatest thing where they create panic, what me they fear for? Now hunger panic. When food becomes scarce, now they die the boku. When food becomes scarce, now they man they take weapon for kill other man for in survival. Now then tools say politicians they use. So even inside Ukraine, then cut off the movements of ships there whatsoever, cargo ships them. They want to make sure say certain areas starve. When people then starve, you make a angry man become, a hungry man become a angry man, and they take the weapon for go fight, for a survivor. So now that's the politicians, and the tricks and this what they use. You know? So the vaccine, then things say they will create panic. Then can people are not panic again. They say now they die with the face I want them. Even inside America. And the funny thing now, even the white supremacist groups there, not be there with this vaccine business. Then back be there against. They say, we need to take her. So let's say white supremacist groups there, then back we don't see far. Say one day, maybe they don't be say one can eliminate we, you know, the one can code we. The one can code we, they give it, you know, time for leave. Maybe somehow we don't take this vaccine, maybe now it gets another 20 or 30 years time span for leave. Not take someone I go to for them before we, you know. But if not good team back, now we go for them before now. But now the natural way, I would say Alamak. Huh? We need to try for that day. We need to try for that day. You know? Even though still have your responsibility for, you know, for live long life. But not that vaccine. Not that vaccine. So the Proud Boys them. I want to mention that guy they are the name still. I think it's not Donald Trump. One of in groups and this where they create disaster inside Babel. You know? Excuse me. The Proud Boys there. Yeah, we know the name Proud. Anything we deal with pride or proudness, they deal with KKK members them. or white supremacist groups them. Yeah? So, the Proud Boys them. And then start this attack with other groups them at the capital. Inside the capital. Inside the capital. Fearful. But alhamdulillah, me black people no be did. No be did. Some for be did. What's happened in the 60s for be repeat itself again. You know? Beaucoup changes then take place in the world in the 60s. If una no know that day, una mark this area. Inside the 60s, beaucoup transformations then take place in the world. Not just Africa. You know? But with the Africans then, we ignite something also which starts to liberate people them inside the diaspora. You know? With the Africans in here, we ignite beaucoup flames. You know? But also die. So now I make poor people and get up big fool sometimes. Now why you don't know the history? So many great souls that don't sacrifice their lives there for you forget freedom, for you follow your land book, for you follow you achieve, for everyone they able to counter that nonsense they are what them white people they do. But let's see they are lucky, they bow jail, they libel, so then white supremacist groups there, or the white power, on there too, you know, or democracy. Beaucoup black men don't sacrifice their lives them. Beaucoup. C'est in South Africa. But we're not a big fool. You know? At least if you don't get good for do, no go cause harm. And that's what they see. If neighbor help for create a difference, no go poil. But we just here for poil. And the white man in greatest tool, now for confuse we, for create a conflict. How long would they pay this big fool? But one thing we know conventional and the vaccine. So alhamdulillah, I'm glad we myself put much for that, yeah? Not for nothing. But one praised Charles Muslims this morning for that, but not to me. Allah. You know, Yasser Arafat. We know we can't prolong this again. You know, Yasser Arafat. Let's make this quick. Yasser Arafat. This now one of the man this force we even think can NATO be say now the best Arab in the world. Even the white man be say now the best Arab leader in the world. Well, Arafat in Taiwan, a natural or a non-natural? Well, I just can't talk pants up small, yeah? There's a disease, not a natural, you know, when a natural death, because not to a bullet kill the man, there's a natural death, a sick way beget, some two way deal with in bloodstream, you know, in DNA, etc., etc. But I want to give you a small history. Palestine, now they Arafat born, and they grew up. I mean, not grew up inside Palestine, he grew up inside Egypt. And inside Egypt, he grew up, born inside Palestine. Now let me continue. But this man, again, they're saying he helped for create peace between Palestine and Israel. They're two countries that are not easy for me to pull. I don't know why. Other two countries in back were not easy for pull. Egypt and Israel. Israel, it's like say them people are the lake war. I don't understand. We're not trying to understand the world. Now make Israel the pull with America. Take what? The Israelites them or the Jew people them. Then they pull with American money. I don't know. I know they try to say what it's la do is correct. But I just want to refresh my mind to history. Some of them Jew people that are Israel come out. Now the Israelites them as well. Well, it gets a venom where you use against them people there. Well, we don't want to talk of that. We'll continue. So, you know, Palestine and Israel gets peace until 2000. And then the peace collapsed. The peace talk again collapsed. Now we continue. I will make you understand what's the ground. You know, one thing again about Arafat, again, he grew up inside Egypt and he embraced the Arab nationalist movement. There'll be a movement where they try for counter Israel. And then they will say Israel be they try for control the Middle East. Israel be they try for control the Middle East. Then back be they create reinforcements there for control certain area or amalgamate certain areas still. Well, movements and be they want to be wants that. They want the independence of Palestine. You know? So let me continue. Before we go much into history, you know, in 2003, one refresh in our mind, waiting face kind of downfall of Arafat, their attempt for strip this man empowers them away. What is sick begin to creep? The attempt for strip this man in power away. After what the peace talk, you know, conflict and starts again. You know, but it not be easy. But again, you man begin to express what they call diarrhea, the flu, constipation, they use the toilets too much, blah, 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 you know. Let me continue. August the 17th, 2014, about August the 17th, 2014, Arafat in health become worsened. In health become worsened. Around the 29th, you know, it gets more worse. They move and go France for medical attention. It gets worse, you know, and this all what they talk of around 2003, you know. They say around October the 30th, it begin to, you know, take treatment, but, you know, that'll be just a temporary phase, you know. But, and not to say Arafat died. Arafat died. Now, that make you understand on Arafat. Before I go or tell you now my own views them. Now be the first Palestine leader, you know. He lead from April 1889. You know, he lead Palestine from April the 2nd, 1989. Excuse me, from 1989. He opposed to the 1948 the creation of the state of Israel. Israel again, they try to create a state around this region here for amalgamating states there. So Arafat be opposed to this. Now he make, you know, I guess he pick up that while growing up in Egypt, become a nationalist, you know. So also Arafat, he fought alongside, you know, the Muslim Brotherhood, you know, during the 1948 Arab and Israel War. So that be Arab and Israel War, which take place around 1948, you know. Even though they not be succeed too much, they not be succeed per se. So, but after this war, you know, Arafat, you know, returned back now Cairo, or, you know, with the CAIRO, the place who say, I believe, say born. From there now, he served as the president of the General Union of Palestinian Students from 1952 to 1956. You know, he served as the president of the General Union of the Palestinian Students, you know, from 1952 to 1956. So I would say after the revolution, even though they don't succeed, but them bout proper one, you know, alongside the Arab people them, for counter the Israelis them, you know. As he comes back in the country, you know, he serves as the president. For beginning, he's serving people them. Well, now we continue small about Arafat in history, eh? Now we continue small. You know, the 5th of July, 1994 to November 11th, 2004. Now in time this in tenure. The 5th July 1994, after we don't serve as a Palestinian, the president of the General Union of the Palestinian Students, you know, Arafat, you know, came into existence now into full effect of power the 5th July 1994 to 11th November 2004. But after in death, succeeded by Mahmoud Abbas. You know, Mahmoud Abbas. You know, and he led this party from 1959 to 2004. 1959 to 2004. So it began lead, for you to understand now, after the revolution, you know, after the revolution, the 1948 war, you know, it led this, you know, in people them, from 1952 to 1956. The General Union, around then creates the party where eager for use for become the president. And this party, it led the party from 1959. So from 1952, we begin lead the union, the General Union. 1959, it led the party, And he became the president till 2004. In that one. So the first president now Palestine, they died. Now a great legacy. And not all man go want, now an envious position. And the kind of power they are actually, Donald Trump wants. The absolute power. What you people and they for you, they're for you, and they allow you for rule and say. But the American man wants that. So I just want to make you now understand that scenario there, And Arafat, again, he died the 11th of November 2004 at the age of 75 inside France. Inside France, and rest in place now inside Palestine, the political party now Fatah, Fatah with the F-A-T-A-H, So, what's in kill Arafat? Now that's not the question. What's in kill Arafat? After all the doctors there, the medical attention they give you, man, not able to cure. And also any disease wouldn't be able, validate say it exists. For instance, something they go say pinpoint say, oh, this is not HIV, or this is not AIDS, or this is not cancer, or this is not sickle cell, or not, etc., etc. They never able to identify the cause of the illness. But all the tests wouldn't do. Can't go to one of the best facilities there inside France. It's still not able to survive. Some of the talk say maybe not certain radiation still. Still not able to understand up to now. Now plots and plots for this man in Taiwan. We don't say the American man be want out of the way. The Middle Easterns be want out of the way. Because conflict don't start to arise between Palestine and Israel again. And the possible way first kind of peace talk, a way make peace take place between Palestine and Israel, that be Arafat. But the American man want Arafat out of the way. The Middle Easterns they also want Arafat out of the way. They feel like say the man down, they feel like say in a God. Well, now that's back for face come, Babylon down. Anybody will feel like say you not God, or you feel like say you too supreme, or the world don't point finger at you say this guy is supreme because of your attributes them, they go do all things for conquer you. So now I make, but what will they talk say, it's not going easy for me to conquer America. You like by yourself. How many Babylon say what they don't conquer in the world? You think that the first Babylon is? You dey dream. You dey dream. And thank God for Babylon, they come back now, Africa. Babylon, they come back now, Africa. Africa again go forbid another Babylon. But now we continue. So, human in that one, we're not able to get any, validate idea on what thing caused the sickness we kill this man. And after he died, even in wealth, not seek any autopsy, for make sure say they really go validate concretely what really killed the man. And up to now, a mistake wouldn't do. The man in clothes, in ear, in personal property there. They don't care on a different laboratories them. For go just try to know what's really killed this man. Maybe in sweat, but 30 days. So anytime what the world will eliminate you, then get to wait them for remove you out of the way. And the world's greatest spy, not to England, it come out. Or England, it be there. And from Israel, in back, they assassinate him. The world's greatest spy. And one time, I refresh my mind for, and this they happen now. The number one Jew man in the world, because of that word they don't go understand. The number one Jew man in the world, or the 419ers them. Now people there where they inside Israel. Now, Israelis them. The biggest fraudsters in the world, now Israelis them. Right now, currently. It don't tell anybody's work here. So the people there where they talk of Islam, people in the Tawaf go, Mecca, etc., etc. And then people there, they do the worst of the worst. Whether they talk in Aram, they preach against, but they commit and their own countries them. You know, Egypt, Israel, all other countries there. You know, the army boku inside it. So if not allowed to lie, go do a research. You know, the greatest fraudsters in the world, Israelites them. You know, Israelites them, Israel. So, are they confused today? What's not the significance of the relationship between America and Israel? You know, I will secret really under. What's we don't understand? Even though maybe they feel like say maybe they come out from the root of, you know, maybe then Jew people they are. Because American man anything when they think say a divine or get strong history, they go attach it to themselves. But we still don't understand it today, you know. So now this makes sometimes tells more different, tells more hot. Hey, hot's not in media. You know, hot's cause you not. Because the things the way they talk. And the way they narrate, you know, make topics there. Things the way it makes sense. You know, for the movement. You know? So now these people are going to remember. Charles Muslims not get funk about business. Then they can come, you know, I will make una smile. And I will just do all team, I will tell which back for the truth and the reality. You know, we'll get serious to the matter, you know. So now y'all the morning call finish. Big up to una will join me. You know, I see you now. And you know, I just don't get time for reply or comment to the comments there. But I see you now, Mrs. Victoria Decker, Mr. Mohammed Salih Kuruma, you know, and the rest of una. And I see the comments there. They go up. Big up to una. So when I don't learn from them things there, August the 8th, we don't want to see nobody misbehave, yeah? They are not going to say much again. I believe say sense don't kind of the ground. When I use, when I aid them, yeah? Them politicians and all the big fool with too much. And last but not least, you know, if we don't talk this first, if partners they watch me or would have any partners, no, I pass maybe if you buy two of these so. But even the necktie what they wear so, me I believe in a partners in necktie personally. When I watch this necktie fine. Anybody where they watch me, when I go show this necktie to partners, you know, when I watch back in brand, you know, when I go show this necktie to partners, you know, partners don't wear this necktie. When I watch them, even though, you know, I know they would slipper, but, you know, I they wear them. Now, my daddy didn't give me them. You know, you know, I believe say, what partners can gladly, or you don't go do something valuable, because my daddy not being right hand, man. You know, he can exchange things still to me, daddy. You know, and I don't see pictures there with this same necktie, what partners, you know, one of him pictures them. You know, so my daddy back, he pass them on to me. So now presidential necktie they wear, so I know say Charles Muslim is not funny. But I get things still what I believe say really come out from partners. What the part give me? You know, because something about partners not can want some certain close to your property. I mean papa he can give. He say maybe go give away, you know. Me papa na a charity man. So I believe say for the first time, me papa don't forget me. He give me some presidential things to him. You know, also a book. Well, this is not from the Bank of Sierra Leone. Always they use. Me daddy be give this to my sister where we can visit. Cause me can salon 2012. This is not 2013. You know, this is one of the books say for say you go for be a big man, a black man of the country. This is the number 4. So I believe say Prezo gets 1. You know, VP gets number 2. Another order gets number 3, but me daddy gets the number 4. You know, Bank of Sierra Leone. So it ain't in my hand, you know. But one day when I go give me your belong to me, number 1. So big up to now. The boy not funny. Charles Muslim is not funny. You know, so when I not try me. I get a few necktie they will probably partners be on the tie where it don't wear. You know? But to just not want to talk that no more. So big up to now, big up to APC, big up to SLPP also, big up to we positive leaders there. I hope say the cabal of APC, you know, the leaders they will elect the Sierra Leone people there, or elect Salomon lives them. When I go kind of the media and talk to the people in the right way. Let we go about things the right way. Let we wait for election time. Huh? Somebody talk something. He say if you not elect Mother Bio, well, patients say election time come. Then you can go vote and do things peacefully. The democratic way. And that's what they call democracy. Not to go on the streets, for go create chaos. And una no say bang bang. If una go on a line, something go happen, person go must die. So why? Now we don't vote for this person. You know? Well, we got to wait to let this person in time done. Una just not go pull on one time. You know? So Solomon need to do things according to the law. If you want to make the person respect you and value you as a mortal man, respect the next man in space. If not be 5 years in here, wait for the 5 years done, where election come back, we not go vote. But you make the big fool, you go on a line, they go kill you. No talk say, na SLPPO. Because why make I talk so, we'll get people in back, we get the mandates for make sure say in steady society. You know, without want become unlawful, then steady you. Now the police and the military. Now they mandates that. You know, even though someone can abuse in power, you know, someone can abuse in power, you know. So now I make you go and check Sovola. Sovola, how they do this morning? I feel for be a civilian. You know, Sovola, I feel for be a civilian. Now you will command again. Huh? Now if they pass safe in the streets, you know, they're going to check you first, they're going to inspect you. Like the local civilian, like how they inspect stars Muslims. Yeah? I feel for be civilian. I make God put you up, if I use you aid, you only job with two hands and be righteous to what you do. Because you never know for tomorrow. You never know for tomorrow. So they are with the big one, low wise up salon. Low will not push the officers them for react. And that's back I want big the civilians them. Because them politicians there, they want big fully youth money, they go buy beaucoup pega, beaucoup omole, you know, beaucoup bitter cola. Whether now they tie the kind inside the kush now, all tea now for the all tea. What about the now don't take, you know, the tramadol back don't enter the system. Then they think again, you know, now that cancel, that cancel. You know. So big up to when I get once more. I just love what they try for spend. Now boy again tells Muslims the servant, aka Bepeko.